What's up, everyone, and welcome back to HBCU Game Day. I am Symone Stanley, back in our ATL studios. It's been a minute, but I'm back just in time for the NFL Draft season. We are going to be joined by a few HBCU prospects that are going to be looking to hear their names called on the big board later this month in April. We are so excited to be joined by South Carolina State Bulldog defensive lineman Jeblonski Green. We also have our very own Wilton Jackson joining us today. Guys, how are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Glad to be here.
Blessed, man. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
Of course. So, Jeblonski, how are you feeling? We're 2 weeks away from the NFL Draft.
I tell myself I'm good every day, just to keep the nerves out. But I think my people more nervous than me. So just they trying to get my head to like dude, like you could possibly get your name called. So I just be like, man, chill. Like I don't want to jinx. I don't want to like think too much about it until that day get up.
Jeblonski, if you had to gauge, what's some of the things that you've been working on the most in the pre-draft workout process?
Just cutting weight and getting in the best shape of my life. I always been in shape, but I feel like you can't never get too much in shape. So I'm just constantly running and lifting weights and working out. A lot of speed work and a lot of hands. So I feel like a lot of teams want to look at me as a three and outside. So I'm just working on a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. In terms of that, when you start talking about, in terms of speed and understanding that, is it any particular area where you really in yourself wanted to improve to make sure that you could play either one of those spots or in those techniques?
Just working on my hands and just being very deep inside my bag of moves. And I added a couple new moves thanks to Robert Mathis. Got a couple sessions in with him. So just that right there, hands and a lot of moves.
I can imagine that probably helped out a lot.
Oh, yeah, of course.
What part of your game do you think stands out the most when you're on the field?
I didn't hear you. What you say?
I said, what part of your game do you think stands out the most when you're on the field?
My dominance. I'm very dominant on the inside, the outside, it don't matter. Like, I had to take on a lot of double teams because I was being so dominant with all the TFLs and sacks I was getting. And I didn't care how many people you threw at me, I was still going to make a play regardless. So just my dominance and the way I presented myself in the middle of the defense stood out.
How do you think South Carolina State prepared you for pro football?
Just that dog mentality that we all have and that we all possess. We get it out the mud, so they throw a lot of stuff at us, a lot of things we feel like we deserve or that we see other schools get. We weren't getting that. So I mean, just the way they mentally challenged us every day really got me to this point.
Jeblonski, who would you say is the most influential person that's been for you in this process, in this draft process?
My dad, he been on me since I was a kid, but like through this process, like I would talk to him every day. He would know everything about the scouts, the training. When I left to go to Texas, like he knew everything, and just him being who he is, being my dad, just leading me through it, praying for me, praying with me, telling me what I should do next, how to move in certain situations. And just him being him for me was enough.
Absolutely. Now you participated in the HBCU Legacy Bowl, obviously one of the many postseason opportunities for HBCU players. What did you take away from that experience, and did you think that it really kind of propelled you for what you've seen over the last couple months?
Yeah, just being there with surrounded by the HBCU culture and the other guys from other HBCUs was fun. It was amazing seeing how all us from different schools had so much in common, and being around those type of athletes and that type of environment excel my game to another level and excel theirs to another level too. Because that whole week it was just it felt like a whole competition. You know, we doing it for the scouts, but at the same time, we making each other better by just going hard as we could.
Did you grow up a fan of any NFL team?
You said what?
Did you grow up a fan of any NFL team?
Yes, I did. Pittsburgh Steelers.
So the Steelers drafted Javon Hargrave out of South Carolina State University. How does that motivate you knowing that he was once in your shoes?
Oh, it motivates me a lot. You know, me and him had a few conversations. You know, he always told me, you know, keep God first, keep doing what you've been doing, because obviously you're doing something right. He was like, nah, it's just time to turn it up a notch or two. He was like, just don't get unfocused, stay focused, keep your head on exactly what you want to do, and your goals will come true.
Jeblonski, we don't want to keep you too long, but I got a couple of fun questions for you, man. I gotta ask this. Everything's, you know, right now in this whole rap game situation with J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, Future, Drake, all these people. I want to ask you this question: who's the better rapper, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, or Drake?
Why are you doing him like this?
I'm just asking.
I mean, me personally, I don't. Though they're not my cup of tea of rappers, you know, I don't really listen to them for real. But like, you know, I hear a couple songs or listen to a couple songs from each of them. But better rapper, I don't know.
He said he don't like none of them. Dang.
If I had to choose, I'm gonna say J. Cole.
I can respect that. You know, you Carolina guy, so
yeah. I'm gonna rock with Carolina all day.
Right.
Symone.
What is so special about the Bulldog program? Because it seems like year after year, it's always somebody coming through that program, whether they were drafted, whether they were undrafted free agent, going on to the league and making an impact. What do you think it is about that South Carolina State water?
Just what you said. Like each and every year, we got somebody that's gonna show up and show out. You know, just the culture they built. Just, you know, from the older guys like Javon Hargrave, Darius Leonard, the guys before them, you know, Antonio Hamilton, you know, Marshall McFadden, those guys, Kobe Durant, Shaq Davis, you know, just seeing the work they put in each and every day motivated all the young guys to be like, dog, they can do it. And all the scouts here, and they get drafted. You know, why we can't do it? And I just feel like we embody that a lot. And, you know, we want to be a part of that legacy as well.
How did it feel to be a part of Buddy Pugh's farewell tour season?
I mean, you know, honestly, I was blessed to be a part of that. You know, it didn't go the way we wanted it to go for a lot of reasons, but, you know, we ain't got to get into all that. But just being able to be coached by one of the greats was truly amazing. You know, I learned a lot from him, and not just from an aspect of a football player, but just life in general and being a man. You know, we watch him go through a lot of adversity, and just watching how he overcame a lot of it really was a lot to us, just seeing that.
Jeblonski, if you could talk to one athlete, whether it's a football player or not, if you could talk to one athlete, what one athlete would you choose and why?
Ray Lewis, just seeing all the videos of how he gravitates a whole room just by the way he talk and the way he mean everything. Every word he say, everybody catches it. Everybody understands what he's talking about, and just him being that motivational type of person. Like, I would love to sit down and have that conversation with him, whether it's about football, about life in general, because I feel like me and him are like the same people, just in two different bodies.
That's a good one. I like it. Well, we're excited for you, Jeblonski. We can't wait to see, you know, how the draft unfolds. We already know. We're going to hear some HBCU names called, more than one this year. I'm feeling it. You said you don't like to jinx things, but I believe in manifestation. So we're going to speak it into existence.
Oh, yeah. I believe in God, too. All I do is I pray, man. You know, just trusting and waiting on God's time, and that's all.
All right. Well, good luck with everything. Thank you for hopping on. We're going to stay tapped in, stay tuned in to see what you have going on. But guys, I am Symone Stanley. This is Wilton Jackson and Jeblonski Green. Thank you guys so much.